Hello and welcome to UEBS. What does UEBS stand for? Well, Universal Explosive Bowel Syndrome. No, that's actually what you get after you eat a Taco Bell. No, UEBS is Universal Epic Battle Simulator. This is a new simulator game that is on Steam right now in early access. It's very much like Tabs, except for you can set up epic battles of thousands of units. Now what I've done here is I've set up the Battle of Thermopylae with Leonidas and his 300. Now what I have in the front here is I put in some, they're called wild men, and basically I'm assuming they're the slaves that the Persians would send in front of their main army. And this battle map that you can use for setting up some of your simulations is called Avalanche Canyon. And the only problem with it is that these boulders will come down periodically. And it makes sense, that the Spartans might have some traps set up for, the Persians. But, as you can see, the boulders are taking out a lot of the guys. The problem is, the boulders can't actually hit the Spartans. So, if that happens, it happens. It's just the way it goes. Somebody set off the trap in the wrong way. But as you can see, the army just goes on forever. Now, in the real historical Battle of Thermopylae, it wasn't just the 300 Spartans versus the Persian force and Xerxes. Basically, they had another 7,000 Greeks with them. And they weren't just defending a single pass. The Thermopylae is actually, I think it's like 3 passes, and their troops were spread out throughout. But they really did make the Persians pay to try and land in Greece. And basically, they accomplished what they set out to do. Now, the other thing that you can do with this simulator is... we're going to get some more boulders here. Hopefully I have enough Persians to combat all of the boulders coming in, because they're having a hard time working their way through the line there. So what you can do is you can actually see how many soldiers are remaining. There's still 9,000 units, and there's we've lost almost 100 Spartans already. So they are chewing their way through at the moment. But what you can also do is you can click to possess a unit, and basically what I've done is I created a Leonidas unit here. He just has a few more hit points and a little bit of a faster attack. He can't get in there right now, though. I can't get through the unit, sadly. So I can't I can't get him in there. But oops. Let's turn that off so that we can get back here. As you can see, some of the Persians are starting to make their way through, but there's just, thousands of Persians still coming, and they're slowly working their way through the Spartan line. In the real battle, because they had about 7,000 Spartan and Greece troops, the Persians probably had 20 times that number, so tens of thousands of units. I didn't want to destroy my computer by putting that many, and I also don't think I'm going to need that many to to show that the Spartans didn't have a chance. If I had gone with a 20 to 1 here, then I would have needed, only 6,000. Was it 6,000? Am I doing my math right here? Yeah. Only 6,000 troops to the 300 here. But the Spartan unit is fairly strong as compared to the Persian. The wild man has a lot of hit points, but... and does a little bit more damage than the Persian as well. But, basically we can see that, we are losing troops, and there's still, thousands and thousands of Persians remaining, although the boulders are coming in and taking them out, so... Well, that boulder's getting pretty close here. And you can You can hear the noise. Hold the line! Show no mercy! As the Persians climb over the wall of their dead friends to attack the Spartans. So currently in the game, there's only 3 battle maps available, and there's probably a dozen or so units, but you can edit the units so you can change stats on them. And of course, you know, it just released in early access, so a lot of content will be coming in the future. More units, more maps. You know, I'm not sure if modding is going to be available. I'm not sure what the stance is on this game yet, if there'll be any modding. Still a lot of Spartans left. But again, still a throng of Persians. To come, as they're still pouring into the pass and trying to overwhelm the tiny Spartan force. Except these guys here, they're like, screw it, let's go home. The front lines, the wall of bodies. As you can see, there's still 145 Spartans remaining, and they have killed, you know, over 1,000 units. The boulders are definitely taking their toll on the Persians. Hopefully, I have enough Persians to take out the rest of these units here. Yeah, it's probably takes at least 5 to 10 Persians to take out a Spartan, so we might be in trouble. There might not be enough Persians left with all of the deaths of the boulders to take out the rest of the Spartans. As the wall of bodies gets bigger. But yeah, the Persians are having a hard time taking out very many of the Spartans. Yeah, if it's a 5-to-1 ratio, you know, we're in trouble here. I don't think that the Persians can do it. Alternate history. Oh, they're starting to fight up here now. A little skirmish. I haven't been able to take out the front guy on the little ledge there yet. It's still over 100. There's still thousands of Persians to come, but the Spartans are holding. Still over 100. They've killed 2,000 so far. Persians have only killed 141? 42? Oh, and there we go. That'll help even the odds. I think Leonidas got killed there. Oh, that sucks. Oh, the poor Spartans. Their trap failed them. Soon they will be surrounded by the Persians. Fighting to the last. Just like in the Battle of Thermopylae. Still no end in sight. Down to about the final dozen. The battlefield littered with blood and bodies. Oh my god, look at the boulders. It would definitely be nice if you could turn the boulders off, or if you could somehow set up traps. That would be very interesting if they allowed you to set up, if in the simulator you were allowed to set up, you know, different types of traps, or you know, in the case of modern stuff like mines and stuff like that. That would be a very interesting thing. I wonder if they'll go that direction. It looks like these Spartans are going to lose, though. If the boulder hadn't come in, they might have been able to win. But clearly the Persians took care of their forces up on the hill and triggered their own traps against them. Down to the last two. And so, like how it ended historically, the Persians did defeat the Spartans and the Greeks at the Battle of Thermopylae, but the Greeks did finally send them back to Persia. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this look at the Battle of 300. And enjoyed seeing an ultimate epic battle simulator. As you can see, it can handle thousands of units. It's crazy. Until next time, Delgar out.